Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with Play Ball. This is a puzzle by DJV, which has been sitting in my queue only for a week or so, I think, which, because of the way I've been recording, is a bit weird. My queue was actually getting a bit thin. People, I think, have been seeing the Hamilton series and everything and been going, oh, BremSter's got a heap of stuff. I don't. I'm down to maybe only about half a week's worth of puzzles. There's some stuff I can pull from the back catalogue, but I really need some submissions. So if you've got any recommendations or submissions you'd like to send through, please do. I've got some things that I can try and pull out of, but we'll see how we go. I'm not someone who gets 10 submissions a day. Sometimes I will get 20 submissions in like 3 days, and then I'll get nothing for a month, and I'm in the nothing for a month. Well, not quite, but I have been getting trickles, but I have not been getting one a day for a while now. So, oh well, we'll see how we go. For me, some good news this morning. I don't. It comes up because this is a baseball themed puzzle. Play ball. You can see the baseball diamond. I don't follow baseball. I watched a baseball match, I think, about 30 years ago. There's baseball is not a big sport here in Australia. I actually live about 5, maybe 10 kilometers from it's a freeway between here and there, and you just drive past it. It's actually close to where I live, closer to most people, but the only big baseball diamond in Melbourne, I think, like it's one with a big stadium and lights and everything. It's the sort of thing that in America I expect would be everywhere, but I think we've got one of them. There's a couple of small baseball diamonds, but I think this is the big stadium one. I actually live fairly close to it, and I've thought about going, but not really. Apparently, the events they run there are fairly sporadic, and it's not used often. Like I've seen it lit up maybe a dozen times while I've been going past, but it does get used, which is cool. But on the sports front, the only sport I really follow is Marble Run, Jalais Marble Runs, and I'm actually an Rangers fan. Can you see the shirt? It's the O Rangers, and the Rangers had been doing terribly this Marble League, it's the Marbula one. Races, and this morning the video came out for me, and Rangian, I think is our captain at the moment, did phenomenally well. Started 14th in the race and ended up coming third, which is a stunning pickup. So if you're not a fan, if you've never seen the Jalais Marble Runs, please go check them out on YouTube. They are a lot of fun, and I'm a bigger Rangers fan. We haven't been doing great recently. Clementon had a really slow start, and then last week did phenomenally well. Really, really good fun. It was a sport that a lot of people were following during lockdown when it was basically one of the only sports that was existing. It's just a really good, fun channel. And the reason I like it is it's just raw chaos, but you get behind your people and your marbles. My wife thinks I'm crazy because I talk about them like real people, but okay. Anyway, speaking of sports that aren't real, let's have a look at Play Ball by DJV. So what do we have? We have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Digits in shaded circles must be odd. That is these circles down here. I use shaded circles for odd rather than the big grey blobs because they work with highlighting. If you end up highlighting the circle, you can still see the shaded circle, and it works with whatever colour you decide to highlight it, and the shaded circle, even with grey, it's still a visible shaded circle. If you use the grey blob, they can overwrite the highlighting or cause the highlighting to become invisible. I don't like those, whereas I find these are a lot more visible. We've then got cells separated by a black dot must be in a 1 to 2 ratio, or one must be doubled together. Cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive. Not all dots are necessarily given, so it would be perfectly fine for those to be in a 1 to 2 ratio or consecutive. I don't know. I haven't solved the puzzle yet. Digits placed on an arrow, and this is where you need to be a little careful. Digits placed on an arrow, and these are arrows. must sum to the digit in that arrow's circle. So this is an arrow circle and this is an arrow. You can see because it's got the arrow point at the end. And then digits on a line between two circles is a double arrow line and is equal to the sum of the digits in the circles at either end of the line. So for example, this is a double arrow line and the sum of those two cells there is the same as the sum of those two cells there. Now that's a fairly easy example, but what you also have is these are double arrow lines. So this is both an arrowhead for that arrow and a double arrow for this. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. I think it's going to be interesting and messy. I've been told this is a lunch break puzzle, but I'm seeing a lot of stuff here that I think is going to confuse me. But we'll find out. That's the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. And I should say let's give this a shot. But play ball! Okay, I know I just said play ball. I did, and then I kind of 3 strikes you're out. I tried this puzzle and I got very, very confused between arrows and double arrows, and I solved it for about 10 minutes and made mistakes. And then I rolled back and I tried to solve it again and I made even bigger mistakes. And after about 25 minutes, I got just lost, completely lost in this puzzle. And I don't think this puzzle is that hard. I just was making a lot of errors. And rather than you seeing errors and me getting more frustrated with myself, not with the puzzle, just with myself of making silly mistakes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this puzzle again. So this is not a blind solve. This is me just saying I've taken a short break and I'm going to try again. So some of the stuff that you're seeing is stuff that I've tried to investigate before, but what is important on this channel is that I showcase a good puzzle, not that you see me solve it blind for the first time. That's not what's important. And it's also important to understand that people are human. They make mistakes, and I'm obviously one of them. Anyway, so let's try this again. Send in a new batter, and I don't know baseball metaphors. So, where I started last time, and I'm going to try again, is I found something here. So, on this 5, this digit here is consecutive with 5. So, it's either 4 or 6. Now, if this was a 4, these can't be 2 2s because of this arrow. This arrow means that this is a minimum of 3. But it can't be a 3, so this arrow is a minimum of 4. So this can't be a 4, so this has to be a 6. This being a 6 makes this a 3. Now we can investigate this being a 6. Now, there's different ways of making up 6 in 2. I can't use 3, 3 because I can't put 3 in either end. So this is either 1, 5 or 2, 4. Now, if it's 1, 5, this would be 1 and this would be 5. So it can't be 1, 5. So this is 2, 4. Can't put 5 here and I can't put 1 here. So this can't be 1, 5. Can't use 3, 3. So this is 2, 4. So this is the 2 and this is the 4. I also couldn't put 2 here because this couldn't be 1, 1, and now with this being a 4, this has to be 1, 3, and I know the order. Now, it was after this that I started going absolutely wrong, because I think I got confused between arrows and double arrows, and the first time I solved this, at this point, I just went completely off the rails. And then I got a little bit further when I rolled back to here and tried it the second time, and then I went completely off the rails again. It was just all over the place. Anyway, let's just keep solving and see if I do better this time. Next to 4 on a black dot must be 2 or 8. And what comes next? I'm literally solving from scratch. I'm trying to forget everything I did last time after this because it was all nonsense. Okay. So this must be higher than 4. Is that what I want to look at? Is that what I want to look at? Possibly. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. No, wait, no, that's wrong. This is 5, 6. Wrong. See, this is the problem I have. I keep getting arrows and double arrows wrong. This is this plus this. So this is higher than 4. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it can't be 6 or 8. So this is 7, or 5, 7, or 9. So this is odd. And I think this is the mistake I made the first time. This is 5, 7, or 9. So this is even, but it can't be 6 or 8. So this is 2 or 4, but it have to be consecutive. So this is 4, this is 5. 4, 5. To get to 5, this is 4 plus 1. There you go. Now, this is one higher than that. See, this is already breaking my brain, and I've looked at this before. Okay. But this is two higher. Sorry, this is 2 higher than that. But what can that be? This is 2. There must be an even on this. No, it's not. Well, this is known. Because this can't be 1, 2. It can't be 2, 4. It can't be 4, 8. So this is 3, 6, which puts 6 down here. There must be an even on this. There must be an even on this. And I can't use 2, 4, or 6. So this is from 7, 8, 9. And it must contain an 8. Okay, must contain an 8. Okay, this is 6, this is 5, and that would be 6. This has to contain an even digit. This is 4, this is 5. That would be 2. That can't be 2, because that would be 3. I can't put 4 on this. If that's 4, I need to put an even digit on this. So it's either 4 or 8. If I put 4 on this, it's there. I'm just going to show you. If this was 4, this would be 2 to make this work. This being a 2 makes that 3, and that doesn't work. So that is not 4. There is an 8 on this. So these are from 7, 8, 9. Now, if this is 2, 7, this is 5. 2, 8 makes this 6, and 2, 9 makes this 7. So this is 6, 7, or 8. And this is 1 higher than this. Well, there's no 8 there. So if that's not 8, that's not 7. If that's not 7, that's not 9. Three is there, 6 is up there. 4 is in there. So if this is 5, this is 6. If this is 6, this could be 7 or 5. Five or 6, that's in an arrow. So if this is 5, this is either 1, 4, which it can't be. So this would be 2, 3, and it can't be. This is a 6. So this being a 6 means this is a 7, and this is an 8. 8 goes with 7 or 9. These are not 7. This is an 8, 9 pair. This is now the 6, and this is the 2. Now, making up 6, I can't use 2, 4. I can't use 3, 3, so these are 1, 5, because that's an arrow, and the 1 here makes that the 5 and that the 1. Which puts 1 up in one of those two. This is now consecutive with 6, so it's 5 or 7. This 2 makes that the 8, which makes that the 9 and that the 8. I made so many mistakes on this diamond. I'm now further than I've ever been before. I have explored into the diamond territory. I have done my baseball training. I really haven't. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, and 7. Well, that was unhelpful. Well, that's not a 5. Okay. Okay. Four is in here. 6 is in one of those two. So there's a 2 on this. I can't use 4, 6, or 8 on this consecutive dot. So this is from 1, 2, 3. There's no 1 there. There's no 3 there. There must be a 2 on this. And that's odd. So that's a 3. So that's the 2. Odd digit to the rescue. So this is odd, and it's not 1 or 3. So this is from 5, 7, 9, and it's not 5. This is a 7 or a 9. There is an 8 in one of those two, because I can't put the 8 there because there's one in the box and I need one for the row. Or I could have just done basic Sudoku. Well, that was basic Sudoku. Now, 3 is in here with 4. Well, there's no 4 there. It's invisible 4. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 5, and 7. So this is a 5, 7. This is a 5, 7. What's going on? So this is a 1. Which puts 1 up here. That could be a 1, 2. Maybe. This line has been bugging me for ages. I was going to explore it the first time I solved and never got there. So what do I know about this? This is a minimum of 5 digits. So it's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 15. So these have to sum to at least 15. So I can't put a 5 in them. These are from 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 7 there. There's no 9 there. There's no 8 there. So, but these have to sum to at least 15. But they could sum higher. But that can't be a 6. Because if this is 6, 8, which is the maximum that could be, then that's only 14. But these have to sum to at least 15. That's a 9. Okay. So these are 15, 16, or 17. Which means I can put any digit up to a... I can't put an 8 on it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 is still possible. This is a 9. This is a 7. Is that where I'm looking? Can I not put a... What are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 7, 8, 9. There's no 8 there, so that's a 7, 9 pair, so that's an 8. Which means there's no 8 there. This is putting more pressure on this. Maybe this. Although that's not under much pressure either. Maybe this. 2, 3, 4, 7, 9. So these are 2, 4, 7, and 9. No, that's not it. These are 5, 7, 8, 9. That's not 5 or 8. So that's a 7, 9 pair. There's no 7, 9 there. This is a 5, 8 pair. The 8 makes that 5 and that 8. Okay. So that becomes 7. That becomes 5. The 7 looks up making that 6. And these do sum to 15. Which means they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 3. This is the 6. And these are 1, 2, 4, and 5. There's no 4 there. 2, 4, 5 looks up. That's the 1. That's not the 1. These are not the 1. Hello, Zathras. Welcome to my Sudoku puzzle. It's not my Sudoku puzzle. It's DJV's. I'm just solving it. This becomes the 5. This becomes the 4. There is no 4 there. These are now 7 and 8. And the 7 here makes that the 8 and that the 7. That's cool. There's no 7 there. The 7 looks all the way down, making that the 9 and that the 7. These are 2, 3, and 4. There's no 4 there. Again, the invisible given. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. There's no 6 there. There's no 1 there. There's no 9 there. There's no 7 there. This 7 looks up making that 9 and that 7. So this is now restricted. I can't put 1 on this dot and I can't put 1 there. So 1 is in one of those two, meaning that's not the 1. This is the 1 and that's a 2. This is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. Well, there's no 8 there, so there is an 8 on this. In fact, that 4 makes this 3, so this is a 4, 8 pair. 4 and 8 is 12, so this is another 6. There's no 4 there. Have I broken this again? Please tell me I haven't. This 9 makes this 2 and this 3, which makes this 2 and this 4. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm really paranoid about this puzzle. You have no idea. This 8 makes this the 4 and this the 8. When you break a puzzle a couple of times, particularly on camera, you get so terrified of making mistakes. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 1 there. There's no 5 there. Oh, there's no 2 in any of those. So this is the 1, this is the 5, this is the 2. The 1 looks down, making that 9, this 6, and this 1. Now, what are these? Because that's going to give me a lot. I need to put 3 and 6 into this box. I've got 2 digits. I can't hide them both there, so this becomes 3 and 6 because I have to put one of them on the white dot, black dot. As soon as I put one of them on the black dot, the other one is automatically forced onto it. The 3 goes there because I can't put the 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, and 9. There's a 7 and 9 there, so 5, 7, and 9 get filled in by just what's left. 7's come out of there, so this becomes the 4 and the 5. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 and 7, which makes this the 9 and this the 7. Now, 2 and 4 make that the 9. And now I've just got some simple Sudoku to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, and 8. 4, 8 makes that 2. Please tell me the math works. 11 and 11. 8 looks up making that 4 and 8. And the 1 looks down making that 7 and 1. And that is the correct solution to Play Ball by DJV. Okay. Once I didn't make terrible mistakes on the diamond, like I would have been struck out is what happens when you're on batting. I would have been run out. Is that the term? People who know baseball could so many times, like covered in dirt. Like my shoes would have been full of, is it dirt? I don't know, whatever. Bruises all over me. Scent dragging my. No, you leave your bat behind, don't you? Sent with my head in shame back to the dugout. People can correct me. I don't know baseball. Yeah. Sorry, DJV, but I did want to present the puzzle, and it is much more important that I present a puzzle than I do a blind solve. That's just my personal opinion. Puzzles are more important, and several hundred people will solve this puzzle. And if I turned around and went, I didn't solve it the first time and throw it away, that wouldn't have happened. And I think that would be a shame. And I just don't think that should happen. I think that's a terrible concept. Not showing a good puzzle because one person failed to solve it. No, that is not something I will do. Thank you everyone for watching. Again, apologies to DJV, but great puzzle, and I eventually got through it. I just had to wrap my head around the double arrow concept, and I imagine other people will have to do the same. But I think a lot of people will just fly through this one. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving. I needed it. Bye.